Full save round. Devour really put up a good fight, trying almost winning that round somehow. It brought it down to a 1 versus 1. Unfortunately, just barely losing that one out. And then last round, very dominant from Wipeout. They seem to know what they're doing on the attack here. Up 5-0 and on route to potentially clean sweeping against Devour, which I don't think anybody was expecting. A lot of these rounds have been really close. The scoreline definitely doesn't tell the whole story, but going into the 6th round, it has been the Wipeout show so far.
Yes, it has indeed. This team dominating their way through these final rounds here. And, well, if they can manage to take 2 more, this first one in the last one, excuse me, in this first half, and then the first one on the pistol round, then they will be in clean control of that first place position. This team wiping out the competition as they work their way through the Devour Esports defense every round. A Knight coming in there, almost catching Tire. Tire throwing a counter flash, and there's a big trip mine that catches 3, 4. I don't know, 4 went down there in a flash. Manny's alone, and finally, Devour Esports will get a point on the board unless Manny can clutch a 1v5.
Yeah, 2 went down to a 2K, and 2 went down to a grenade there.
Yeah, Stanky from the bathrooms with a nice backstab collab on 2, and then the nade from Tire to pick up the other 2. Very beautiful round from Devour. That's a statement type of way to put your first round on the board. And they finally did it. Going into the second half.
Devour finally getting a round going into second half. Unfortunately, it was the last round, so they didn't get much util or eco set up, which is unfortunate for them because they have been hurting on their economy for this half. So let's see how Wipeout does on defense here. Gonna be a little bit of a change, but they have been really dominant looking at the scoreboard as well this so far. So
yeah, they absolutely have been. They are really in control of the pace of this series, and maybe the side swap is what's needed, Phil. Maybe Devour Esports can get things back in their control here on the attack now. They're the team that can set the pace. The pistol round can mean everything. It can put rifles into their hands in the next round where they'll have a big advantage against their opponent on the defense with just pistols. And so there's a lot to be said in terms of what's potentially possible for Devour Esports. They are not out of this one by any means just yet, but it certainly was a strong start for Wipeout. And if they can continue this momentum, then they are going to be the team that takes this final round and becomes our NA Challenger Cup victor. So it's all a matter of timing, and it looks like, if anything, Devour Esports are slowing things up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely just hoping to catch some overextensions, perhaps. Maybe just taking a breather after the first half to really kind of get their thoughts in order, and you know, maybe a little pep talk from the IGL to say, listen, we're still in this. It's not over till it's over. Let's throw everything we have. Pain is temporary, glory is forever. Let's get it. And they push into the storage room. Very tight on the defense. Not a lot of roaming going on from the Wipeout side. It's going to be extra difficult because Wipeout can feel victory. I bet you anyone on that team can taste the Challenger Cup victor title right around the corner. So they are all very hungry for this win. It's going to be difficult, but She Broke My Hair is going to find the first pick.
Oh. Finds the second pick, pushing in. This whole team barreling through. Devour Esports setting the pace on the attack here. A nice bit of coordination, pinching in, and B fully in their control. Manny getting chipped down by Mino on the shoulder shots. Tire Tongue finishing things off. Mino swinging to find another kill, and in the chaos, Devour Esports will have 4 left alive, albeit with 1 HP and 13 HP for Tire and Mino, but still 4 left alive on their pistol round. Maybe this is the start of the comeback, Phil. Maybe Devour Esports is getting back into this graphics. That was a solid pistol round from them on the back half of this final round in the Challenger Cup.
Yeah, I mean, the backbone of Devour really seems to be their attacking strategy. We saw it in their last game as well. Using the util to their advantage, using the guns to their advantage, and using their communication skills to get those pushes in, even on pistol rounds, which is what we're kind of seeing here. So let's see if Devour can kind of take this back. We could see a comeback here and see them earn their gun skins and a chance at $10,000.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure on the line here this afternoon. And, well, we're just happy that we do manage to get back into the action And we do again apologize for the technical difficulties this afternoon. We've had a couple of drops. None of them have interfered with the gameplay, and I totally jinxed it when we had talked about it earlier, so maybe I jinxed it again. Who knows? Anyway, back to it we go with round number 8. Yes, 8 unfolding, and Devour Esports with 2 rifles in hand, looking to continue to pile some points on the board here, Phil.
Yeah, this is one of those make or break rounds, right? Like you win this round, you win it clean. It's a great step on the way towards the comeback, but this is also where it could all fall apart. You know, I mean, any round you lose at this point puts Wipeout onto map point, so that makes the uphill battle just that much harder. If your backs aren't already pressed up against the wall at this point, you'd be fully up against the wall at that point. So, patient. I mean, they're confidently pressuring in. Chosen with that camo and the Vezin is leading the charge into that A bomb side. I like that. Take the fights with the Vezins so that if they lose the fights, somebody else can pick up the Vezin and continue that. We want the Vezins on the front line rather than in the back. So far, that's what they're doing here. As the A site gets opened up from both sides, Mayag is getting caught in the middle of nowhere, just nowhere to go. Lyrics, a nice flashbang, actually catches Lyrics, but he just charges in anyways to deny the plant.
Brim on the backside catching some kills as well. Chosen One finally shuts that down. Manny's still alive, and it's a 1v2. 2 rifles in the hands of Devour Esports, though, and those rifles are what separate the winners from the losers. And Devour Esports is a winner in round number 8 there as they hang on. They are still in this, and that's a big round win. They get both of their rifle investments out, Graphics. They're looking very good on the economy. They're in full control here of the back half right now.
Yeah, I was going to say in the beginning, 2 rifles was a little odd coming from Devour. I was going to think they would be at least 3, but we can see their eco scores now. The 2 that bought Vezins at about 3K, everybody else at about 1K after full buying for almost every one of them. And again, those communication skills coming in clutch and really just being able to blow up everything like we saw, get those flashes out, and that's really what secured their 3rd point. I think we're seeing a comeback here, guys.
We very well could be. This back half is definitely going so far Devour Esports' favor. And Phil, we've seen sometimes in league matches this be the hardest time for a top-tier team when they're going up in an even matchup, when they're against an opponent that's of equal skill. It's getting these last 1-2 points on the board that is sometimes the hardest to do.
Yeah, I mean, teams, when you get your back put against the wall and you really got nothing left to lose, you know, I mean, you lose that first half 5-1, it really sinks in viscerally for all the Devour members that, like, this is our last chance of the season. We either win right here or the season is over. And they dig deep and find that extra something. And so far, they're finding it. I mean, it's 2 rounds in a row. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but the momentum definitely in their favor, and let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask for. It's a tall order, like we say. To say the least, for these teams to continue to stay focused as long as they have, too. I mean, we are in to late stage, round 5, hour number 4 on the day for these teams as they've been playing, Phil. We're tired from casting. They've been playing all day today, so it's impressive to see the focus still here, the commitment on this team, the coordination, from this team on Devour Esports side on the offense as they do get ready and prepped to make their entry in. It's going to require everything. It's going to require that max coordination, 5 rifles in hand going up against only 4 on the defensive side.
Yeah, it's never easy. Like we said, this Challenger Cup, we're in the postseason now. Nobody is giving up absolutely anything. I mean, we have a very tight, look at how cautious they're playing on the defense. Daniel LaRusso has got full control of that museum side, and everybody, these 3 core players tucked into this A-bomb site, ready for this fight. They know it's coming. The information has been given. The A-wall gets opened up. She broke my hair, just spamming some shots through the hole in the wall. We're going to rotate from Miyagi. It looks like they're setting up for a retake here, if I'm not mistaken.
Nito catches, gets caught out by Manny. Stanky finds the kill. Chosen One barrels in through. They get caught out on the backside. Rim picks up a key kill. Lyrics also finding one with a headshot. Just like that, Devour Esports are down to 2. She Broke My Hair is going to swing in. They're going to find a lot of players here as they get pinched by several Wipeout defenders. And it's up to Tire Tongue in a 1v4 to clutch this thing up. Wipeouts will not take the map just yet. And I don't know what a tie would mean necessarily, if that's something that Devour Esports can pull together here. But it is very much Wipeout looking at taking this one and then staring down the barrel of series points. So can Tire Tongue clutch? Lyric swings and says no, they can't. Finds the kill that they need to put their team up 6-3. And we are going to map series Challenger Cup point for Wipeout right now. Gravix, it can be the easiest point and sometimes the hardest point to get. What do you think of this battle so far and where we're at 6-3 right now?
I mean, we're seeing a lot of just eco coming out of Devour. They got those first 2 rounds here. We're not even seeing a full buy from both sides. We do see Stanky with the RCP, I'm pretty sure. But Miyagi is just on a Cyclone right now. So let's see if they can clutch up this. But again, these guys are running basically, I assume, off of pure adrenaline right now. I mean, they've been playing for 4 hours. I don't even know if their headsets are at full power right now. So, I mean, yeah, they're just running on adrenaline here, trying to win that gun skin and possibly 10K.
Yeah, it is. The gun skin's the most important thing, the most immediate thing on the mind, Phil. This Wipeout squad has it within their grasp. If they can beat back Devour Esports here in this next round, they will take it 7-3. And even then, they have several more opportunities to do it if they lose here. So they still have a bit of a cushion before it comes down to, well, what happens if they tie? And if they tie, who knows? Oh, gosh, I don't know what the scores are going to be if they tie.
No.
The math that was required on our end there is going to be insurmountable. But we're not there yet. And if anything, Wipeout do not want that to happen. They want to lock it in right here as we get into the round number 10 of this final round in the Challenger Cup.
That's right. Devour taking a standard approach in towards the storage side. We're on the bottom floor bomb site here, and Home already on that A wall. And look, 5 members ready to defend. Lyrics decides to get aggressive, finds one, but gets traded instantly for his trouble, and Minnow says, one's not enough, I want 2. And that A wall does get blown open. 4v3, they have the numbers advantage. Again, this is do or die for Devour. They have to make this work. EMP is down, and Stanky's gonna find a huge nade kill onto Miyagi.
A massive nade kill, still up 4-2 as HP bars get healed by health syringes, and the push comes in. Stanky barreling forward. Daniel LaRusso goes down. Rim catches 2. It's a 1v2. Can they clutch this up and lock it in for Wipeout? That is the decision that Rim has to make as they rotate around, poke and prod. The EMP's planted in a major retakes in front of them. Oh, and they do not see. She Broke My Hair stealth. I didn't even see it looking through the perspective there of, I think Rim was the last attacker there. And, well, it's like, hey, I don't know what happens with the tie, okay? I don't know, but that's what Devour is pushing for right now, Gravix. They are not letting go of this, as you would expect with that kind of gun skin on the line.
Of course. Phenomenal looking gun skin. If you haven't seen the trailer, go ahead and watch it after we're done here. But yeah, tie could be in the cards from Devour here. It's gonna be close. We're seeing both teams looks like a full buy here. Devour with a little more util, but again, gonna be close. And just real quickly, just looking at the chat, hop in the Discord. If you're thinking about trying to join competitive, if you like what you're seeing here, join our Discord, hop into ranked, don't wait for the update, join the ranked server, do what you can if you want to get involved, because please, it's all very free as long as you have the game.
Yeah, it is free to make a team, free to play in the league. We have roster locks when we do it postseason stuff, but those open up, I think, now or soon. And you can start creating teams, getting ready for Season 2, practicing with players, looking for teams that are recruiting. It's easy to get involved, and we would love to see new players joining in Season 2. And frankly, if that gun skin's on the line, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of new players join for Season 2 to try and get their hands on that finalist skin.
Yeah, and it will be right after the finals match for the playoffs, the day after that Monday, following that final weekend, where the rosters will open back up and you'll be able to create new teams, join new teams, all that fun stuff. But right now, we're still into Season 1's Challenger Cup, and it is an attack towards the A bomb site. Devour still backs against the wall. 2 more rounds to glory to make this a very complicated decision here for us. And a nice nade from She Broke My Hair. They're getting one step closer every time. The trade's coming through. It's a 4 versus 3. Going into what could be the last round of our Challenger Cup.
Yagi trying to fend off the push, can't do it. Manny can't find any kills. The flashbangs connecting in a major way. Daniel LaRusso rotating into the backside as Manny has to completely fall off the objective, and Daniel goes down. This is Devour Esports taking another round, taking us the full distance. We are going to round number 13. And we are either getting a 7-5 decision with Wipeout, or this is tying 6-6. And then it is going to come down to rounds 1. So now that it's actually a potential reality, I actually have to look at what this does mean. Because if Vanguard and Wipeout tie, I think, if Wipeout and Devour Esports tie, I think
probably gonna have to be a tiebreaker between them two.
No, I think Wipeout wins. I think Wipeout wins because points differential goes to Wipeout overall. So I think Wipeout would take first place if they tie as well. Based off of my rudimentary, based off of my rudimentary analysis, I don't know. Looking at the round points and stuff, because the way that it'll work out, is the overall score will be 4.5 tied overall, and I do think Wipeout would still win, even if it's tied 6-6.
We'll see what happens. But we'll have to get confirmation from the mods and our rule guys. But yeah, let's see what happens here. We could get a clear decision with Wipeout.
Yeah, we could.
So, yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm sitting back. It's gonna be good.
Into round 13 we go. Wipeout on the defense, Devour Esports on the attack. Both teams, well, not both teams fully equipped. It's really just Devour Esports fully equipped. Wipeout have barely anything to their name, without very little utility and very little guns to work off of. Lyrics tries to get aggressive with the Taurus, but doesn't find the headshots they were hoping for. And Devour Esports have a great chance of making this 6-6 a reality. Already up 4v5, and Wipeout again at a disadvantage with the guns.
Yeah, they have everything. I mean, this is definitely going to be the last round here of the Challenger Cup. Devour has everything they need. They've got all the guns. They've got the kills. Now it's a 4 versus 2, just down to Rim and Manny to try to make some kind of retake happen here on the B bomb site. EMP on Tire Tongue does work its way in, and Rim just creeping into the connector while Manny backs up and goes for a storage flank here. Rim's gonna get dropped. It's all down to Manny in this final round.
And they tie it.
Oh, what a series to end the Challenger Cup out. Could you ask for a closer final match? I don't think you could have.
There's no way you could ask for a closer finals match. 6-6 in the final map of round 5. And again, I believe if I do the math correctly, let's wait until the scores are submitted on the site, and I think then we can get the full calculation in. But I believe if I do the math correctly here, it is going to be Wipeout as our North American Challenger Cup champion. So for now, at least here on the desk, without having additional confirmation, that's what we're going to go with as who we understand to be the champion. And if I'm wrong, the announcement will come out. But no, I'm right. There it is. It's entered in. Wipeout is the North American Challenger Cup champion. They will take that that VR finalist skin, and they will be going up against Acer. They got a lot ahead of them, Phil. They got a tall order ahead of them after this.
Ah, so close. You got to give a shout out to Devour there. And what a rally towards the end. I mean, in some of those rounds in the first half were so close. It's gonna be going back to look at that is gonna be a little bit heartbreaking for them. But there's always next season, then this season isn't over. So if you're enjoying the action and you think that we're coming to an end here, I mean, next weekend the actual playoffs start. This is just the challenge. This is a last chance qualifier tournament for somebody to take that final seeded spot, and the real playoffs begins next weekend. So we got a lot to look forward to here in the Breachers competitive scene. I am so excited. I mean, it's a great time to be a Breachers fan right now.
Yeah, it really is. We appreciate everyone tuning in here and enjoying the action this afternoon. A shout out to all of you hanging out and tuning in. And now we're seeing on our stream, if we're still in the lobby, celebrations coming in from Wipeout. They're cheering, they're pumping their fists, they're screaming, they're happy. They qualified, they advanced on. Some of them don't even believe it, I'm sure, but hats off to them and congratulations. And that'll be it for us here this weekend. Like Phil said, next weekend, big broadcast, both days, all day long, EU and NA. You're not going to want to miss that. But we are going to be signing off here on the desk. My name is Ben Nightfire with 2 E's, Filibust and Gravix joining me as my co-casters. Until next weekend, that is the date. What is the date of next weekend? January 13th and 14th. At the same time, same place. Stay classic.